I've got the movie going, man. Whatever you ready. I got the movie going.
Yeah, it's great. It's gonna be great. I hesitated. I was like, I'm gonna do this in the Stallone voice, but no, that'll be a bad decision.
I believe in you.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. I'm Jedi Master Grayson. No, we're not doing that.
No, I love it. You should definitely do it. You should definitely keep doing it.
No, we're not doing that. But I will leave this in. Hello, you beautiful nerds. I am Jedi Master Grayson.
And I am your boy, Bill. And this is...
Does
it hold up?
The show where we revisit classic genre films to see if they're as good or as bad as we remember. And we might get drunk while we do it.
Yep.
Today, we are talking about the 1993 action sci-fi flick Demolition Man, starring Sly Stallone, Wesley Snipes, and Sandra Bullock. But we can't do it alone. As always, we have a guest on to help us determine whether the film stands the test of time or not. You can catch them on the YouTube channel 9 Nerd Yards with videos and video chats and video analysis about Atlanta and Dave, a bunch of nerdy shit. But they talk about the Mandalorian as well. They actually were kind enough to have us on to talk about some the Mandalorian and Dave. But yeah, without further ado, welcome to the show, guys. Jeff and Blake from 9 Nerd Yards. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Hey man, thank you for having us so much. I am absolutely always excited to be on anything with y'all, but especially break down this movie that was sort of a pinnacle point of getting along with my cousins. And I'm Mexican, so we have so many cousins, but getting along with certain ones and having sleepovers with them and watching this movie 1,100 times. So I do hope that they returned it to Blockbuster. So
shout out to the
the late fees, man. Well, they did get rid of late fees at the end, so you're probably good.
Who knows?
They were that broke they had to get rid of late fees.
Oh yeah, man. There's a great Blockbuster doc on Netflix about
great documentary. Great documentary.
But yeah, actually, you tapped into something. The great segue, Blake. I'm curious what everybody's initial thoughts were.
Whoa! You don't want to introduce? Did you introduce Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Introduce.
He said hi.
Yeah. I said hi. Thanks for having us.
Love you guys. I'm just making sure.
I said love you, Nehmeh.
Yeah. I appreciate it. We don't want to disrespect Jeff. Yeah, that's
signing out right now.
Who ordered the white rice? Am I right? Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a lot of Jeffs. There's a lot of Jeffs out there, and I'm sure a lot of Jeffs are watching right now. I don't want Jeffs all over to feel like we just disrespecting Jeff.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of comments.
We've had a pretty hard time since that Dahmer guy. Not gonna lie.
He gets a shout out in this movie, so you know.
Yes, he does.
He does actually. He's got a legacy. But yeah, let's talk real quick before we get into the nitty gritty of this movie. Everybody's like initial thoughts when they first saw this movie. Like when you growing up? Is this your first time seeing it? Bill, I'll let you go first, real quick. Just like what was your initial thoughts the first time you saw it?
First initial thoughts was this movie is something I probably shouldn't be watching right now. When I was a kid, because Uncle Larry, shout out to Uncle Larry, we was watching it at his place. I mean, not his place, but it was his movies. It was my grandmama's house, but it was his movie. And that's how I felt the first time I watched this. Was like, yo, I probably shouldn't be watching this, but this is an awesome movie. So I'll keep it short and sweet, but I will pass it on to Jeff. Like, Jeff, is this your first time seeing this movie, or how did you feel when you saw it when you were a kid?
So this has got to be like in the 40s or 50s times I've seen this movie. And this was one of those ones where, like, you know, when you're a kid and you're like, oh man, I can rent rated R movies, and just like going through all the horror movies and all the action movies and everything. And I remember this as being like one of the coolest movies, and it was so high tech, and it was so real. It was like, wow, the future's gonna be insane. It's like, whoops. And looking back now is just great about how, like, oh god, this is awful. This is just It's so bad. I love it. But I mean, guys, congratulations! I'm very excited for you guys out there in LA. There hasn't been a murder, death, kill in LA since 2010. So real sick,
Great.
guys.
Yeah,
Actually.
we've been cleaning things
We
up.
do good work already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. What about you, Blake? You touched on it a little bit, but yeah, so you said this is like a really important movie in the house growing up.
In family bonding, right? Like we would go visit like my cousins and stuff. And like I think probably the first time, like I knew it existed. I think probably the first time I was exposed to it, like I was like 6 or 7. And then like I think I was like 8 or 9 when I remember being around like my cousins and sort of their older brothers, and like this movie would just sort of, I don't think we'd sit around and like watch this movie, but it would like be on, whether it was on TV or like they rented it, right? Like I just remember it on like an awful lot. So
Yeah.
I will say this. I think I watched it in pieces. And I think I used to have this movie on VHS. I had a huge VHS like collection when I was about 13, started about 13. And like I probably had like 500-600 videos, and this was in there. I hadn't watched it though since maybe I was like 15 or 16 till COVID hit, and it was on Hulu at one point in time. And I remember watching it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got time. Like I'm working from work. I mean, I'm working from home. Like, and so I remember watching it, and then
Working
being
from
like,
work, huh?
I'm working from work. You know, home and
For
from
sure
home,
everyone's
working
doing
from
that.
work.
Like, that's what we all do.
I remember watching it and then being like, there's a point where we'll get to, and remind me to bring this up, but it was like highly, I want to say offensive, but it was fun. It's funny for the 90s, but like it was highly offensive, but I laughed at it still. And I'm like, oh God, they can't make a movie with that line.
I think
now.
I know the exact line you're talking about in the museum.
Yes, we'll get to that. But I remember watching it then, and I was just like, it's still a great like action movie. Like you want to watch an action movie, a thoughtless, and just sort of sit back and have a whiskey or something. Like it's a great movie for that. And so this is my first time watching it this year, this week when I rewatched it. So highly enjoyable. I do, however, I have something to say in regards to now how I view it. It's 3 lines, right? 3 lines. How I would best describe this to somebody.
Well, what is it? Well, if this is how you feel about it now, we can wait until we vote to the end.
Well,
I
go. Well, I was going to say this is sort of my. If nobody's ever seen it, this is my synopsis of the movie. It doesn't really give a whole bunch away.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: 3 lines. After a cop fails a mission, he is frozen as punishment and then defrosted to attempt to complete it. He then Scooby-Doos his way to defeating a martial arts and weapons master in a futuristic cancel culture society. His butt may also be chafed? ?
Yeah, because he's not. Yeah, we'll get into all the 3 C's.
We get into all that. Yeah. We'll answer all those questions coming up.
That was a really nice, succinct.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough like that. But that was, I choked on my laughter. And yes, I cannot wait for all of those questions to be answered.
Yeah, it sounds like we all like kind of had like a pretty great affection for it when we were growing up.
And Alex doesn't have to tell you how he felt about it because he was right next to me when we first watched it. So.
I was right there. But this is a pretty divisive film. The film has a 34% critics score on Metacritic with an 81% audience score. So there's a lot of people who like love it, but a lot of critics who did not. Time Magazine, like there's a excerpt from Time Magazine that says, ultimately the script's often sharp social satire is drowned out by the noise and confusion, which is pretty accurate because there's some social satire going on in here about like the military industrial complex and like police brutality, but it's just kind of like they just kind of talk about that a little bit. It's not really the main theme of this movie. It's not. They're not dealing with any big ideas.
Drowned out by the fact of you're like, can I understand what Sylvester is saying? And also, Dennis Leary is just yelling at me. So what is going on right now?
It literally comes out of nowhere. He literally just rises from the subterranean world, and it's just a part of the movie.
I think that's how he became a part of our culture now, right? Just kind of rise from the ground, and then where the hell did he come from? Who knows?
What was his first?
This
movie?
was the beginning of it. Like they actually didn't hire
He
him
was
for this
the
film. He just
angry-
rose up
he
while
was-
they were
He just
shooting.
showed up.
He was the angry man in the leather jacket. That's what he was on MTV.
Yeah, right.
He's like, listen, guys, you guys are gonna hire me. You're gonna
That's
put me in
how
a
he-
movie.
that's how
I'm
he
gonna
blew
do
up.
stuff. You guys are gonna love me. That's what's gonna go on. Okay, just give me money.
He
Yeah,
literally
okay.
made a living just complaining on stage. That's how he made it. He
Right.
made a living
Yeah.
complaining on stage
fucking
really
chain
fast, just like chain smoking and talking shit really fast. So that if there was a laugh, if there wasn't a laugh in between what he was saying,
Didn't
you just
matter.
keep going. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
didn't matter.
because I'm just gonna keep going.
It's like you'll laugh eventually at something, as soon as you understand what I'm saying.
Loaded
But
line.
at the beginning of this movie, we do dive into the future, which oh my god, this is like a weird, it's a very weirdly ambitious movie, or I guess ambitious is the word you could say, because this movie came out in '93, but they're like in the year 1996. 3 years from from when the movie comes out, apparently Hollywood's gonna be on fire. Like all of it is just gonna be ablaze.
I mean,
Sounds
a
accurate.
blaze.
Sounds
Phoenix,
accurate.
man. He was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's what did you guys think of just like this opening scene with like a slice, like Blake, like what did you think of like our introduction to John Spartan? You know, he's in the helicopter, he's diving out of the helicopter, screaming, Peter!
Okay, so a few thoughts. One, I don't know if you guys have broken this down or it's on the list, right? Street Fighter, right? That's on you guys' list, or that's something you've broken down.
For sure.
But the airplane driver is Balrog from Street Fighter.
Oh,
First
shit.
of all,
Is it?
Quick,
Yes.
change the channel.
no, that's Sing
The
Chi.
black,
Yes,
the
Oh,
black
that's
guy.
right.
Black Boxer, the boxer guy.
Oh.
He is the airplane driver or the helicopter driver. He's actually the guy that ages in the movie.
Oh,
Blake,
shit.
let me ask you
Zach
a question.
Lamb.
Blake,
Yes.
is that guy the same guy who's in Hard with a bit? No, Die Hard. The first Die Hard. Doesn't he play Agent Johnson?
Oh yeah, he plays the Black Agent Justin. Yeah.
I think
I
so.
was
Yeah.
12, Dick.
Yeah, exactly. I was 12, Dick. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's him too.
I believe that's him. He did-
a helicopter.
Did a lot of stuff between like the later 80s and into the 90s, and you're just like, I know who that. I've seen that guy before.
Yeah.
I love the fact of like him bungee jumping from a helicopter, because it's also like at this point we have to remember when you're watching an action movie, like if you're an audience member, right? You're like our age going to watch this movie back then. You've already seen Sylvester Stallone do some boxing. Great. He's getting beat up. He's beating up
Right.
people. Great. He's doing, Rambo. He's shooting people. He's running around, jumping, explosions, yada. He did Cliffhanger, right? Like you would have seen Cliffhanger because it came out before this movie.
Right.
He was filming it back and forth, but like you would have seen him
cliffhanger in Cliffhanger.
Right. Spoiler alert.
Real missed opportunity there, guys.
Yeah. So you would have seen him do all these other crazy things. And it's sort of like you have to think about it like that. You're like, well, what else is there left for him to do? I know. Don't just bungee jump from like a building. You bungee jump from a helicopter.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the most psycho like military shit that you could ever do. That reminds me of like something from like the other guys when like they just jump off the building like randomly. You're like,
Right.
Aim for the bush.
all right, yeah,
Hey,
like
man, you-
sure.
Send a maniac to catch a maniac. You know what I mean?
It's interesting that you brought up that this is the time that he what have we not seen Sylvester Stallone do at the time? Because this is around the time of the stop or my mom will shoot era. You know, like this is when Sylvester Stallone was putting out like heavy dog shit.
When Schwarzenegger
But
pranked him hard.
Mm.
Yeah, 'cause I think, yeah.
It's the entire reason he did that movie.
Oh, okay.
Schwarzenegger hyped it up like he was really excited for the movie and stuff. And since him and Stallone were kind of going back and forth with movies back then, Stallone snuck in underneath him. Like in his mind, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to snake that from Schwarzenegger." Schwarzenegger never wanted it. It's a trash movie, but he fucking pranked Stallone, and that's why Stallone did it.
That's amazing.
Oh wow.
Right?
Great shit.
But yeah,
That's
I thought
what-
it's such a, the beginning of it reminds me of just a more hardcore version of what we see when you watch Major Payne.
I love
Him
Major Payne.
just going
Actually,
straight into
it's
the
very
enemy
similar.
base and just destroying everybody, and you're like, yeah, all right, that's my hero. I like that guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
I'll say I think that I think it was actually kind of a good idea doing that right off the get-go, because right off the bat it's like, hey, we're going to suspend belief here pretty majorly.
Okay.
I mean,
That could have happened.
you know, he just bungee jumped from a helicopter that just stayed level, and also he didn't bungee, he just jumped and then like stopped at the appropriate height.
Yeah, it didn't look like a bungee rope because he just like stopped pretty abruptly. I kind of felt
Yeah.
bad for the stunt man in that scene.
It's
Oh,
just
God,
like,
that
they
guy
had
has
to-
back problems now.
They had to finagle the rope. Apparently, I was reading.
Do you have that out?
The whiplash would have sent him into the propeller, so they had to like finagle.
Oh my
they had to
God.
finagle the bungee cord so that way it like would stop more abruptly at the bottom instead
that's
of
amazing.
ricocheting back.
Do
So
you
that's
have
some
that out?
science.
I'm looking for it right now.
I'm excited to see the deleted scene when they learned that the ricochet will take him back into the rotor blades. And like, oh, lost a stunt man.
Because
Who
I'm
wants to do this
rewatching
next?
it right now, and when he stops, I mean, he just stops. He
Yeah,
just
just-
goes, what?
Like, by the way, it's not like it's a decel line where he like slows to a stop. He just
No, he just stopped. That wedgie that stunt man had to be insane.
that's where Jackass got the idea for that that bit.
Is butt chafed too? Question mark. Yeah, that's Balrog right there.
Man,
No, the guy, not him, not the white guy.
Not the white guy.
next time your mind
Yeah.
goes out, you mind having it bring a pizza back? That movie was so
Yeah,
bad.
he's
and I
also
loved
getting
it so
shot
much.
at like constantly. I don't know how none of these bullets are hitting this helicopter.
No,
Well,
all the guns are manned by stormtroopers. That's what's going on.
yeah, it's the
Yeah,
history
but
of
it's
movies.
crazy here.
There he
Whoa!
goes.
Dude,
Oh,
God damn.
that
With a
yank
little
was
bit.
so severe. Also, who else loves that he knows what he's going up against and he just brings a pistol?
Yeah, just one.
You were
gun.
just in a helicopter. I'm sure there were other weapons, man.
Yeah, that's the
Nope.
weird thing. He drops a big bag, what looks like a big bag of guns, like ahead of him, but he never picks that up once he lands. Like,
No.
like, I don't need that.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Now
Like
I
that
think about it, I
scene
do
in,
have this plot
in the
armor
first
with me.
Deadpool. Son of a bitch! I
Oh,
left
right.
the guns.
Yeah, he just lifted the taxi cab.
maybe that's what that reference. Maybe that was what it was a reference to. Like
No, that was a joke
90s trope.
because that was a joke because the studio cut the budget for Deadpool, so it was supposed to be a big tons of gun scene and stuff, and he had to find a way around it. So he acknowledged it in the movie when he was just like,
Yeah,
Oh well, shit.
"Forgot the guns." Yeah,
I forgot that. Yeah, they made a lot of that treatment for that movie, like before they actually got a budget.
yep.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
funny.
That was a good.
But
one.
yeah,
those are my
so-
opening
Maybe 10
thoughts.
years when people start hating on Deadpool, we can do Does It Hold Up on that.
It will always hold up.
But yeah, then like Sergeant Spartan, he confronts Phoenix, who sets explosives to destroy the entire building. I gotta ask, what did you guys think of Wesley Snipes' performance throughout this whole movie? Jeff,
Phenomenal.
I'm curious what you think. Like,
Phenomenal.
'cause, yeah,
Top
it's like-
tier. It's literally the best part of the movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not necessarily good acting, but it's perfect for the role, and it's so much fun. I mean, like
yeah,
the only thing that upsets me about his acting is that outfit that he wears, like the adult evil Chucky, with like the orange sleeveless shirt and the jumper.
Brawl.
The fact that that's not common is the only part of that upsets me right now. To be completely honest with you.
We can bring that back, Jeff. Don't worry. We could bring that back.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I
This
also
is a
love
very
how for some
Nickelodeon
reason
color
they
scheme,
give him heterochromatoa. Is that what it's called? Where he's got the
Oh,
two
yeah.
different colored eyes, but they just never address it. There's like, it's just a stuff.
Yeah, this is
big
yeah, just part of his thing. They talk about his hair like constantly,
Yeah,
but they don't talk
nonstop.
about his eyes.
no,
Yeah,
but no, it was awesome. And I mean, going a little bit deeper, it's also just so fun because you know that like Snipes had to be so frustrated with this movie because he had to keep slowing himself down. His punches and kicks were so fast the camera couldn't keep up. So that's why
Yeah, I
he
did
looks
hear that.
awkward when he's like kicking and hitting people, because he has to keep stopping and slowing down every single time. It's like same issue Bruce Lee had.
Yeah, definitely. Jet Li, the great martial artists, they have that same issue. It's crazy.
Donnie Yen. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt like I got a question for you guys. Would you have rather had this Wesley Snipes as the Joker at some point in the 90s, or rather had the Joker that we got, Jack Nicholson?
Oh no, Jack Nicholson for sure. But I would forever. I still would want to see a version of Wesley Snipes as Joker, especially in this mode, just because of how chaotic he is. Like, I would not like if they put him in a show where they're doing like a Batman alternative show or something. I would not be upset if they were like, actually, and especially now, like I think you would have done it then. Like, you think people are outraged about a little, the Little Mermaid who's black now? Like, that shit would have been like kicked out of. Back then.
Absolutely, it would have never happened.
That would never be a thing. Nowadays, could definitely be a thing, and it'd be so acceptable. And I think if people reference this movie as like a basis of it, and people went back to watch it, they'd be like, yeah. Like, I could get down with seeing it at least.
So
Jeff,
I'm going to agree with Blake on the I loved and would not want. I need to have always had a Jack Nicholson Joker in my life, but I think there is a representation of the Joker that this Snipes would have been perfect in, and it's, have any of you guys seen the cartoon show, The Batman?
Yes.
Yeah.
90s one?
No, not the 90s one. This one came out in 2000,
early 2000.
The one where
But
Kevin
it was
plays the voice. Yeah.
but that version of the Joker, a bit more chaotic, a bit less altogether here, and he was a lot more physical. I feel like that Joker would have been perfect for it.
Yeah, I think that is honestly one of the interesting parts about this story, and probably one of the reasons I gravitated towards so much when I was a kid, is that it kind of feels like a Batman story, or like this vigilante and this psychopath who are in this seems like endless battle together. And what happens if you give Joker all the abilities of Batman, basically, and take them and put them in a different time. How does Batman, face up against this a society that doesn't have violence, or maybe doesn't accept the way he used to do things? It's it's interesting, like little Joker parallel there.
The reason I asked that question is because when I saw first scene when I was rewatching this, first time I see him, and I was like, damn, he would have been a bad Joker. Like, he would have been like one of those, because he would have taken the role very serious, but I think he would have approached it the same way he approached this character, over the top psychopath. But it would have been the perfect psychopath for him to play over the top, because that we would not have any trouble with suspension of disbelief that the Joker is doing all this crazy shit, this chaotic, nonsensical shit. So, and also Batman in the comics usually has trouble fighting the Joker, for whatever reason. He's a fucking ninja, but he has trouble fighting this clown henchman guy that has fallen into a vat of acid at some point, and now he's for some reason he's able to fight the Batman all the time. So I thought for some really nerdy reason, my mind just went there as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, he definitely plays the villain really, really well. And it's funny because he almost wasn't the villain in this movie after Stallone was cast, because he was actually not the first choice either. It was actually supposed to be Steven Seagal, which imagine that movie.
That guy's fucking insane.
But Steven Seagal or Jean-Claude Van Damme didn't want to play a bad guy. Neither did Jackie Chan.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jackie Chan.
Well, Jackie had more of a reason, though.
Yeah, Jackie Chan was supposed to be.
Ooh, you know what's funny? They actually make a Jackie Chan reference when in
That's
this
why,
movie.
actually.
Yeah, there was a little jab at Jackie Chan, or maybe a little shout out to Jackie.
I think it was a shout out more so than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch. But they ended up looking out with Wesley Snipes because again, he's fucking phenomenal martial artist.
I do want to say this too. Like, I before we move on from Wesley Snipes, I really I think we all could appreciate him as an actor once we saw New Jack City, right? Like again, let's get back to that time. He's a sort of an actor, sort of on the come up, whatever. How many people remember him doing martial arts, like displaying that in a movie before now? So now we get to see him be. We know he can play we know he can play drama. We know he can play a bad guy. We know he's really good with his lines. We know he's a good actor. But then people see this and they're like, does he really know martial? Like, that looks really good. And I do want to say this. I had to research. Like, it was like, because I think we've all heard, like, right, like Wesley Snipes, he knows martial arts. But I used to do an MMA podcast. I've trained kickboxing and boxing since 2009. Like, I've done jujitsu. Like, I've been around the scene. And so, like, I was like, well, but is it for real? And apparently he's done basically Shotokan karate since he was 12, which is like legit old school karate. You're training with the maki boards and everything. You're toughening up, your fists and, your shins and everything. He's a 5th degree black belt in that art. Yeah. He also trained this style of jujitsu called Aki Jujitsu, which is essentially a precursor to Hapkido and Aikido. And Aikido is the style of fighting that Steven Seagal is whatever degree Don black belt that he is. Okay. So he's trained that.
Take away your degree of black belt for Seagal. They'd be like, you know what? We're just going to take 2 away. No more. 2 you could be right again.
You're still a 3rd. It's great. You're going to be okay. He also trained
your leg up anymore, man.
He also trained capoeira and kickboxing and taekwondo. Taekwondo makes sense because it's tied in usually with Hapkido as like a Korean martial art. When I used to teach karate, our karate was based on, it wasn't like karate sort of a mashup of everything, but our karate was based on Korean karate, Boksungdong, Hapkido, and Taekwondo. So those are all sort of like, what is Hapkido? It's essentially like joint locks, small joint lock manipulation, and the striking is basically Taekwondo, which is very kick heavy, karate punches like from the waist and then like elbows. So
let me be the first one to say, Gunye!
Yeah, we definitely. I mean, I have.
Because don't look. You do not want to run up on Wesley Snipes. That's what Blake's trying to tell you.
No,
even an old man, Wesley Snipes. You do not want to get fucking clothesline. Right. You will get fucking windmill kicked.
Yeah, you got that.
Let's just say, I don't think he had any issues when he was in prison. I don't think anyone was running up on him in there.
No,
I think he was fine. I think he was just fine.
When I hear that kind of shit, I'm just like, man, be good at one thing. Why you gotta be selfish and be good at acting and being able to whoop everybody's ass? That's not fair.
I had to just do the credit check on him though. That's all I wanted to say.
No. Yeah, thank you for reading the resume. Like, dude is is the
reason
why my scenes look incredible is because he's that.
Let these people know. Let the people know.
That's one of the reasons why he hated doing Blade Trinity. It's because he's like, I'm a badass. I actually know how to fight and all this stuff, and you're just bringing in this fucking joke guy over here. Like he was a complete asshole on that set because he didn't like that Ryan Reynolds was being brought in at all. But it was one of those things where I was like, man, like, first off, comics wise, the character was around before Blade. Second off, like, hey, you know what? It balances the movie out really well, but he was just not having it.
Oof, man, that we definitely need to do the Blade trilogy for this because it's.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to be honest. I'm being honest. I'm on Wesley's side on that one, but we'll have to talk.
I can definitely see both sides because, oh man, I
can see both sides. I can see both sides, but the ending result, I'm just going to.
Series.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because this is a grenade that Jeff
just a heads up.
And we're not gonna let this grenade go unexploded. We're gonna have to talk about
Snipes is the reason a lot of that movie sucked.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard.
Well, no,
we've
heard. We're like I said, this is an unexploded grenade, and we will explode this grenade later.
Which is funny because I just got to the part where he's in the armory.
Well,
just go through all
we should mention,
weapons.
like Phoenix, after he blows up the place, they get him and Spartan get frozen. Then 36 years later,
which I got to throw this one out there. That scene, even as a kid, I was like, multiple serial killer and he gets frozen. Cop that was just in the building while he exploded it also gets frozen. How are those equal?
Yeah, it seems
Like,
way too
also, who
harsh.
believe in Phoenix? Like, none of that made sense to me at all.
Yeah, it
Also,
was. It was rushed. It was rushed.
Just a bit.
very rash decision. Also, we have cryo prisons in 3 years. That seems very fast for us to have this kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, froze Walt Disney, bro. We got the documents. Don't make me get Alex Jones.
Oh,
on
don't
here.
get him. Don't get. No, we're good. We believe you.
Oh man, I don't think Alex Jones can make the trek to the
But see,
studio.
you know what, Alex? You bring it up that it's only 3 years later, but look, they clearly keep the ambition going because only 36 years later.
Yeah, what a weird number for all this.
36 years later, we have a whole peaceful nation, a peaceful city
Yeah.
in New Angeles.
Yeah, let's talk about New Angeles for a little bit.
San
because,
Angeles.
San Angeles.
San Angeles.
Because San Angeles is
because of the
it's a
big one.
combination of what is it? San Diego, Los Angeles, and I forget what that is. Santa Barbara.
Santa Monica.
Which they're all
Santa Barbara.
geographically very different places. So
And very far.
Yeah.
Very far.
Like,
Not anymore.
that's like a 3-hour car ride, megapolis, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, that's like 6 hours. That's probably take you like 12 hours to drive the entire circle of that.
Right?
Like, that's a very large area.
But somehow they've decided they're going to create this sort of utopia, all under the name of, what was his name? Dr. Raymond Cocteau. He's like this weird, very British Pope guy, Pope / Jedi.
No, yeah, this dude is definitely so basically Los Angeles turns into Coruscant and everybody dresses like Jedi.
Yeah.
And that's
is evil. This is
premise.
Palpatine. This is Palpatine.
Yes, this
is Palpatine.
Facts.
This is Palpatine's brother.
Chief Palps.
Do you
Little
guys
brother.
ever watch a movie and just wonder, how the fuck did you come up with that name? Cocteau?
Yeah, like
Raymond Cocteau. Cocteau.
like what?
Cocteau, you say? Those are the two appendages you want to go with. All right.
The name makes itself. Come on now. Come on. Have you seen this movie?
I mean, you look at him and tell me he's not a Cocteau.
Right.
Cocteau, he's totally a Cocteau.
I mean,
He got two Cocteaus, actually. He got one Cocteau on his left foot and one Cocteau on his right.
And they're both in ballet flats for some reason. I don't know why he just decided to wear those shoes. But yeah, it's interesting world where there's like a sort of utopia where they've outlawed a lot of shit, like anything that's bad for you, that's like sugar, fast food,
Caffeine.
Meat, swearing, meat. Yeah.
Where basically they're YouTube.
Yeah, this is definitely
I'd say more Twitch than YouTube. You can't even curse on Twitch.
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
anymore.
You can't call someone a cracker on Twitch.
That's funny.
I'm fine with it. Call me a cracker, guys. It's funny.
You know what? I'm not so much upset that they can't. I like that they make it a rule that you can't call somebody a cracker on Twitch just because it's funny that they made it that you can't call somebody a cracker on Twitch. Like, that's hilarious. I mean, that's
also,
hilarious.
because of that, the only time I was on Twitch and I found out about that, I just kept calling all my friends saltines, which was also funny.
That's better. You know what? Yeah, because all you're doing is making it to where people, if you're trying to keep people from calling somebody the N-word, for instance, all you're going to get is people calling them more creative things like Jungle Bunny. That's all you're going to get. That's when you're going to get people calling you people like Pocahontas and Jungle Bunny and like eggplant and all that kind of shit. Like, that's when you get all those other creative, colorful, racist things that YouTube won't be able to capture for.
Is eggplant a euphemism for the N-word that I just don't know about? Or are you
I know a lot of
random words out of the air?
A lot of
look,
Italian
man.
people use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Italian people. Yeah,
Cook?
yeah, it's very common. Look,
guess it's
I
'cause
got
of
a, I got a,
color.
I got a reservoir of racist words up here. Trust me. I got.
Wonder how you
Right.
learned all
I write one down every time. Hey, you goddamn moon cricket.
Yeah,
All
write
right.
that down. Write that
It's
one
going on
down.
the list.
It's going on the list. But yeah, so but we get introduced
Anyway.
right at the beginning. I mean, of this Utopia introduction, we get introduced to Sandra Bullock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Looking fine in the moon. She was looking great. But I just loved how we got Rob Schneider. It was so many people in this.
Benjamin Bratt, bro. Like I totally
Benjamin
forgot.
Bratt.
Yeah, Benjamin Bratt.
I totally forgot they were in a movie besides Miss Congeniality together. Like
Right?
until I watched it, I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's right. That's right. They're together. Oh my god, they've been friends."
Miss Congeniality, you mean Demolition Man 2?
Ooh.
Right, exactly. Ooh,
yeah, it's
because
actually
it's a universe.
It's actually a sequel. Yeah, I mean, or a prequel. Like, Miss Congeniality 2 ends right before
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man starts. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, like you said, there are a lot of really great character actors in the background. Bob Gutton, who plays the chief, he was also like Leland Owlsley from Daredevil. You said Benjamin Bratt, Glenn Shaddix, Associate Bob, who I just like. Me and Bill surmised he's probably just fucking Dr. Cocteau, right? Like, Glenn Shaddix, he's like from Beetlejuice. He's like,
yeah.
He's always in the background. They're probably
He was in Dustin Checks In.
Oh shit! I forgot about Dustin Checks In. God,
He filmed it in Austin. I couldn't forget about that movie.
Holy guacamole! Dustin checks in. Man, Alex, put it on the board.
And Jack Black is back there somewhere as like one of the underground people as well.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But yeah, like you mentioned, Lieutenant Huxley, she's an idealistic officer who is fascinated with 20th century culture and learns about Spartan's career from veteran officer Zachary Lamb, played by Bill Cobb, another like great character actor.
He was an Airbud.
He was an Airbud.
That's right. He was
Speaking
an
of,
Airbud. That's right.
Animals.
Thanks, Sly.
Yeah, you're Black All-Star. He suggests the best chance to stop Phoenix is to enlist an officer with the experience and mindset needed to anticipate his actions, which is why it's so funny that it's like such a short period of time. I guess this is why it needed to be a short period of time, so you can have a cop who maybe was around 36 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that dude. Yeah, he probably pretty good at this.
I loved how he was just like, you know what? There's only one guy we can get to do this. His name is John Spartan. Only person that he's the one who put him away, and that's the one we need to get him to put him away again.
Well, and the best part is he seems to just be working a desk. Like he seems like the switchboard operator for the future.
Yeah.
And that's the guy they're all listening to. He's not the chief. He's not a detective. He's like, hey, can you take over the phones real quick? I'm trying to say something. Just take the phone. Okay. Yeah, no, we should get this guy. He blew a bunch of shit up.
I was like, please hold.
I was there. I saw him. Yeah.
The only way that I can make all of it make sense, suspend my disposition of disbelief or whatever. Only way to make sense is that when he put Phoenix away and when he also went away, when Spartan went away, all crime stopped at that moment, right there in that very second.
Right.
All crime right there. He just died. And then, so people just didn't know what to do after that. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's the only excuse. That's the only excuse I can give because it doesn't make any sense. As Alex told me off pod, or what is this? This isn't even a pod. I don't know. What are we doing here? Anyway, as he told me earlier, like, Spartan is supposed to be, or at the first draft of this movie, Spartan is supposed to be Huxley's dad.
That makes the ending really awkward.
That was one of the theories, but actually there was a scene that was cut where his daughter is one of the scrappers and is behind Dennis Leary. And they casted her. No, it's like some sort of middle-aged white lady, but like they casted her and they just didn't film it, but like that was supposed to be a thing. But then like some sort of theory came out where possibly Huxley, I was thinking about this too because I had heard that. And I'm like, but the age doesn't even match up because then that would make her 40-ish, 36, like something. And she doesn't look that old. She looks like 24 tops. Like, I don't know, man. So
yeah, it was a weird choice to even leave that in because it just like kind of leaves sort of an ambiguity of who his daughter is.
My question was why leave it in this? My thing was why leave it in the movie where he questions like where his daughter is, and she mentions that we can look at your daughter later. Like why even talk about it? Why even leave that scene in the movie? Why spend actual money that you're never going to follow up on again? I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is they were trying to like blunt his edges a bit, try and make him more relatable,
make him human. Yeah, I was gonna say make him more human. I also too, I think we sort of skimmed by this, but like with they unfrost Wesley Snipes for a probation or for what is it? Not probation hearing.
Yeah, it was a probation
hearing. Parole hearing, and like I didn't know this. I was watching something, and they talked about when they unfrost him and they're talking to him, and he speaks back to them in Spanish. Yeah. That was not planned at all. And the guy got real. The actor was very thrown off and confused. So as he gets angry, he wasn't really angry, but he was like, "What would the character do right now?" He was trying to like improv like the attitude of the character as replying back to Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes was just like talking back to him in Spanish, and they're like, "That was nobody told you to do that,"
which is such a Wesley Snipes thing to then do.
Yeah.
So when that's why he's one of the most. That's why he's one of the most phenomenal actors. Period.
Oh yeah,
like of our time.
So when you watch that and you see the actor's like reaction, just like snap, you're like, "Bro, that was real." Like, cause he throw it off. He was like, "Director, did you say did somebody give him notes before the scene?" Like, that wasn't in my script. He wasn't speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Did someone
that's Magic Johnson level
post-it note from him?
Like, yeah, that's a Magic Johnson level of stuff right there. Where you're like making everybody around you better. You know what I mean? Like
he totally should have gotten much more credit than he got back in the day.
Yeah, facts.
Like he should have been in everything.
He's probably gonna have a lot. We're probably gonna have like a series of his movies on this show alone.
Oh,
because
there's
a lot of gems out there that probably didn't get a lot of credit at the time, but are well loved amongst viewership.
Because the world needs to know if it holds up.
Right, Rotten Tomatoes, send us the damn. Rotten Tomatoes needs to send us a sponsorship. Send us some money, Rotten Tomatoes.
So, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
In this futuristic San Angeles, what do cops do? Why are there so many of them if like they never have to do anything?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, like I'm assuming. I'm assuming there's still crime, but just not violent crime.
Yeah, like scrapper people. Like if you have this opposing force, and they're just sort of popping up randomly, like little guerrilla fighters. Especially at this point in time, like where everything is so closely monitored, I think that you'd want to be sure that you have a force that suppresses that as much as like
the police aren't even trained to fight, so they can't fight them.
Yeah, that's
literally they walk up and they have to have a Palm Pilot say like, "You should tell them to get on the ground
now." I think the intimidation
more sternly.
Yeah. Reinforce or say or else, right? I think it's intimidation by numbers, though. Like that's how they approached Wesley Snipes, right? Like it was intimidation by numbers, and I think that's how they manage a society. It's like we don't really have to fight. We've got these little cattle prods, and like all we have to do is just poke you, and you go down. But if we have more of us than you'd probably be scared to do more outrageous things or outlandish things than you actually should be doing.
So you're saying it's kind of an emperor has no clothes situation?
Yeah, maybe.
It's actually like it's just like today, where a lot of people get hired to do things and they don't actually do anything. Like a lot of the people who got fired during the little tech manslaughter that when they fired a whole bunch of people, a lot of those people have admitted that they didn't actually do anything.
Yeah,
So
actually, yeah.
it's just kind of similar to what we're experiencing today. So maybe they got a few things right about the future. But
So what Bill's
I
saying
love
is all those people that
how
got laid off should go be cops.
yes, you should. You should. You should go be cops because at least those people will probably be way better cops. Like they'll probably actually be like nicer. Like maybe those people should be cops. And maybe cops should be like tech guys. I don't know. Maybe they should just be firemen. Maybe cops should be firemen. We should have more firemen. I don't know. We should change it up though. We should change it up.
Such things.
But
Yeah, just like
one thing I do like about like I'm going to be talking about at least as a constant throughout the show is they got a few things right about the future, like being able to like look up shit at your fingertips on the internet. Talking like he basically talks to Siri. Being Wesley Snipes, Phoenix talks to Siri basically, and like. But Siri also gives him a couple of parking tickets, basically like some cussing violations. Which
also,
I
the
thought
cars
was
look
just great touch.
Reminiscent of like a kind of like a Tesla. Like they kind of look like Tesla.
Cars look, the cop cars look just like Teslas. Yeah,
I really like that. And then also too, like the whole like the Zoom technology sort of meetings. Again, we don't have huge screens that like turn like that, but like the idea of somebody being in an office with cameras and people watching that are not there and it being on a screen, like that's not as far fetched as like I've seen some sci-fi movies be.
I mean, they had the one screen.
Yeah.
On a
they
chair?
had the one screen in the television where it was like on the television where he was in his apartment. Spartan was in his apartment. And it was the TV screen was the shape of your cell phone. I mean, he was watching it on his phone that was casting to his TV screen, which is exactly what we do today. I mean, I'm just like when I was watching, I was like, man, they got a lot of things right.
They weren't far off. They weren't far off at all. Yeah.
I mean, even just something as simple as when like walking in and telling your house to turn on the lights. Like, yeah, that happened. That's smart homes are a thing now,
Right. Yeah.
Look at this guy's iPad.
Not to mention,
exactly.
that's the only restaurant that currently exists.
You're just talking to her through the phone.
Self-driving car. That's super Tesla thing. I mean,
yeah. Well, Sandy Bullock.
And it's interesting, actually, if you think about it, because one of the things is like for the iPad and like for the Apple Watch, things like that, they did get the idea from Star Trek. So it's one of those things where, I mean, like, the things that we're seeing isn't one of those things where it's like, oh, they just were able to predict it, or again, technology just kind of follows art.
Yeah, art imitating life, imitating art.
Yeah. Well, let's jump ahead a little bit because I'm curious what you guys think about some of the technology in this movie. And let me know if you guys think if this will be a thing in the future. We get sort of a lovemaking scene, or as Sly Stallone would call it, the hunka chunka. I've never
the hunka chunka.
Describe it
the wazoo, the wiggy biggy, the wiggy biggy.
With VR and everything, the way that's going, that this is going to be a way people have sex in the future.
The hippity dippity.
I mean, is it not
12
like?
Years?
Is it not already like? Weren't they? I felt like I read an article about like I think it was maybe China or something like that, maybe Japan, like these during like again like heavy times where it was Corona was we were all at home and like. People were staying home, but trying to find a way through VR and hook up like sort of sex machines or whatever to have something like this happen where it was all remote. And so like, I don't think that that's far off at all.
There are fleshlights that will do the jacking for you and some that sync up to videos on like Pornhub and stuff.
Jesus Christ. That's
so I can't believe they let me show this on YouTube.
Oh, this is great.
Totally it happens at some point.
It's crazy. It was boobs.
Well, I mean, how about
those are not her boobs?
How about, by the way, the random phone call he gets with just the naked woman on the screen, just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, no point.
That's real life. That happens to me. Not like accidental calls. I mean, I've gotten. I'm just saying, like, you can do that on your palm, in the palm of your hand. Like a girl can call you FaceTime and be butt naked. And that's amazing.
Another
That's
form
amazing.
of Demolition Man predicting
And
the
that's
future.
the future.
Shout out to you
But-
ladies, by the way. Shout out to you.
But yeah, as we mentioned before, Wesley Snipes, Phoenix, he wakes up like souped up. He's got all these kinds of martial arts skills, but he's also been being brainwashed by British Pope Jedi guy.
British Palpatine. British
He's,
Palpatine.
British Palpatine, yeah, that's right. Which I guess Palpatine is British, but yeah, he is mind controlling Wesley Snipes to go kill Dennis Leary, who is the leader of the underground people.
Don't you have a job to do?
So Stallone kind of gets wind of this after having a little dust ups with Wesley, and he goes underground to go visit the to go see this to find this guy that Wesley Snipes is after.
The scraps.
What did y'all think of the underground world and Dennis Leary's like overall performance as like the leader of these miscreants?
So a fun thing is that like actually Leary's part was rewritten after he was cast because they were just like, hey, you're Dennis Leary, you just go off on rants. We just kind of want you to do that. So they rewrote some of his dialogue to give him Dennis Leary style rants. So I thought that was funny. Yeah. But
that makes sense. It does feel like for a minute he's doing just like some of his stand-up.
He's just being Dennis Leary.
Right? But how like, okay, some of the points of this movie are just like, can you be more obvious? His name is Friendly. Of course he's not the bad guy. But I also thought that the movie did itself a disservice with Cocteau, like revealing that he's the one who brought Phoenix back and everything so quickly. Like the first time they see each other, it's just like, hey, let's just give it all away. It's like, throw a little mystery in here. Keep us guessing a bit.
Yeah, they could have
wanted more Manchurian Candidate in my Manchurian Candidate. You know what I mean? Like, give me trigger words, but don't tell me who's going on until the end. That's how that movie worked.
Yeah, this movie like kind of had one. It was trying to do a lot. It's trying to be like a political satire. We're like comedically talking about like how we can overcorrect with all these things. Like we can get rid of violence, but we also that means getting rid of some of the things we love. We can get rid of police brutality, but that also means like cops are going to be prepared when something terrible does happen. But also they're trying to just be like a straight up dumb action flick, and I think that's where the movie fails because it's not really trying to focus on answering all those questions that they kind of like raise up in like joke form.
I mean, the first cut was way, way longer than this. It was over 2.5 hours.
Oh,
so I mean,
I want that cut.
Right?
Seriously, re-release that.
I want that. IMDb trivia on that is like 8 paragraphs long just on that. And I was like, I just no. I don't have time or patience to read that. So all I can tell you guys is it was over 2.5 hours.
But yeah, then like that's we meet Dennis Leary's character where he just talks rants about how this utopia isn't as great as it seems. That's why all these people have chosen to live underground. But I'm kind of curious, like, why wouldn't these guys just move to a different city? It's not like the world that's doing this, right? It's just San Angeles.
I think we kind of covered it when we were talking about San Angeles. It's like a 12-hour long city. Like the amount of traveling to get out of it would be insane. And there's no one wants them on the surface world. So like trying to like sneak your way out of 12 hours is pretty tough.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And it didn't seem like they had like access to like the internet to be like, who else is, rebelling against the empire over here?
Right.
It seems sort of cut off, Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah. I'm
they can't really go online and be like, what are good rat burger recipes?
That's a good rat burger.
You can't have too much paprika.
Not bad.
It's one of the best burgers I've had in quite a long time.
He gave her a Rolex for a burger and a beer.
Yeah, it's like, God damn. Can
It wasn't
at
his.
least get two?
It wasn't his. You can give away anything that's not yours and not feel bad about it.
Right?
Yeah,
This is
that's how it works in the future.
But yeah, then later on, yeah, we get like the big dust up between Phoenix. Well, not after. Phoenix he convinces Palpatine to get a whole bunch of his friends out of cryo prison.
More Sith.
Yeah, I need some more Sith homies.
But none of those New York guys. They're boring.
None of those New York guys. It's a weird. Yeah, I think that this guy who wrote this was definitely from LA.
No, I think it's a reference to New Jack City. Like it took place in New York, right? Like none of those New York guys, because all of his crew they all die, right? Like they all get captured and die. Like I thought it was sort of a nod to that and be like, oh, that's funny. That's funny. He doesn't roll with them anymore.
That would be cool. Like, and I wouldn't put it past like a movie like. Actually, I wouldn't put it past Wesley Snipes just saying that. Like, that wasn't even in the script.
Mr. Snipes, that's not in my script.
It just felt like there was a lot of little deep cuts like that. I mean, like in Huxley's office at her work, like she has all these like movie posters in the back, and apparently those are all like Joel Silver productions, right? Like,
right.
And then when Wesley Snipes, I would want to bring this scene up first. He's in the museum to go get the guns, and this is the scene I was talking about. Jeff, was this the one you were thinking about?
Yep. Oh my God.
He's in the museum and he's like at a little kiosk computer thing, and these Chinese people with their hats, it's like a family, are walking by, and he literally, I believe the words on screen are ching chong, and he does this.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that, like catching it again when I watched it during like heavy Corona time, and I'm at home and I'm like, oh my God, they didn't edit this like this. Oh my God! Like what? Like so I remember rewinding it, and I was like, "No,
it has nothing to do with the plot. They could have pulled it out so easily
at all." But like, this is what was funny in cartoons, like to Americans in '90s and like people just laughed at this shit. It wasn't like fucked up, like like it was just a thing.
Yeah, it's just like a thing that people said. I think this is right after it.
Can you play the audio?
No.
Can you play the audio?
He just said it right there. That's him saying
right
it.
There,
oh my God!
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Well,
that line was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. I liked that they had it. I liked that they kept it because he's the villain. Like if Sylvester Stallone's character is saying "ching chong," then I'm like, yo, that's
whack, bro.
That's whack, dog. That's weird. But it's the villain, so like we're supposed to hate with this guy. Like he's supposed to be the person that we don't like.
Yeah, that's a very good point. This is a guy who blew up 30 people.
But I think I was saying it because he goes and gets the guns, and like we sort of have this sort of like our first shoot off between him and him and Sylvester Stallone, John Spartan. But even in this, another deep cut, as I was getting to, which was my original point, is he gets the gun. He's like, "Thank you, Rambo," or something like that, referencing like, bro. So does Rambo exist? He doesn't exist. Who plays him in this world? Like, like there's little deep cuts like that sort of, I think, I don't know, little nods to the real world.
That made me think of Last Action Hero. When the kid's trying to prove to him that it's a movie, and he takes him to like a blockbuster. He's like, "Where's Schwarzenegger?" She's like, "Foreign films." He's like, "No, action." And there's a cutout of the Terminator, but it is Sylvester Stallone. Oh, I love this movie. That's one of his best roles.
Yeah, I'm finding out like watching all these '90s movies. I guess that's kind of where we started with this series. I'm like, yo, that's kind of a thing. That's another 90s trope. It's just like shouting out other 90s movies.
What the fuck is
this is Arnold Schwarzenegger deepfake as Sylvester Stallone.
This is what deepfakes were meant for.
Yes, exactly.
I love everything about this. I would watch the entire movie with this deep fake. Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe
This
it's like
is
it was a really
hilarious.
good impersonator. The guy was like, all right. But yeah, then later in the movie, we get like the big dust up between Spartan and Phoenix, where we get a pretty epic death between with Phoenix. He like gets frozen by this like cryogenic chemical that rapidly freezes everything.
Hold on, before you bring up that,
Oh yeah. Whoa.
I do want to quick bring up everybody. The one scene we got with people eating food, because every restaurant
Taco Bell?
in this world
It's Taco Bell.
is Taco Bell, dog, and I'm like, yo, shout out to Taco Bell, man. Shout out Taco Bell. I don't know how they won the war, but they won the war, and they came out on top. I hope it wasn't too bloody, but that shit was so funny.
Chemical warfare through the food.
So first off, evidently Sandy B's dress there is actual like gems and rocks. It was a 40-pound dress.
Oh
my
geez.
At one
goodness.
point, she jumps and it starts to rip.
That's awful.
Right?
Like, why would it? I mean, it looks terrible too.
'Cause that's
Why
the
would you
future.
Make her wear that.
Because that's the
The
future.
future is punishing women for being women.
Exactly. So it's a lot like the present.
Yeah.
So
Some
but-
things never change.
I will say my favorite line in the entire movie comes from that fight scene after the Taco Bell. You're going to regret this for the rest of your life. Both seconds of it. It's so bad. I love it so much.
Yeah, there's some really great lines in here. One line that I really love that I wrote down when not the Spartan, when he's getting fed up with like all the rules of the new age, he says, "Why don't you just shove a leash up my ass?" I was like, "Why don't
John
you just
Spartan, you
shove
have
a
been fined
leash
one
up
credit."
my ass? That's not even how leashes work."
I like one of the fight scenes where Stallone goes, "You didn't say Simon Says," and then he like
It
shocks
electrifies
him
the
with
water,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's-
shocks the water. That was a great one. That was a great one.
which is a
Like
nice.
Simon. Sorry.
What I was to say, it's a nice precursor to how the actual end of the last fight happens, right? Like it's sort of, oh, his feet are in the water. I know what to do here. It's sort of I think like a precursor to be like, oh, watch when he does this again, you know?
Right,
Exactly.
yeah. And I think he says Simon Says freeze when he does that at the end.
Mhm.
Which
I like at the end in the beginning of the last fight, Simon goes, "Look at my eyes, John. I'll see you in hell." And Stallone's response is just not. That's it. Just the word
Yeah.
not, and then he tackles him. That's it.
Yeah, it's
Also,
very,
everything that Sandra Bullock says that's incorrect is absolutely great.
We're gonna blow him.
We're gonna blow him. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
away.
you can take
We're gonna
this
blow him
job.
away and
You can
shovel
take
it.
this job and shovel
and
it.
shovel it. Yeah, what did you guys think of like both of them, like Sly Stallone and Sandra Bullock, their chemistry together? Because I was kind of impressed, because I don't typically love Sly Stallone. Like Bruce and Eddie and Will were like my action heroes really growing up. I didn't really care for Sly Stallone, but I actually enjoyed him and them in this. Blake, what did you think of Sly and Sandra in this?
He works real well with like I mean in this movie. I mean I was always a fan. I grew up with Judge Dredd, right? And like having Diane Lane in there, like,
Law!
yeah, I am the law. But he worked really well with her. Like he knows how to work well with actors. I think what we make fun of is like you're in a bad movie or like, bro, that's a horrible line. But like that he knows how to act, and he knows how to act well with like somebody else that's a good. He knows how to prop them up, and I think that's like a good part of what this movie is. Like a lot of these scenes, it's never like so. A lot of it's not just solo. Sly, it's him with somebody else, and each person sort of props them up. So I mean, again, I'm also a fan of Sandra Bullock, like not typically as like an action star, but like Speed was great.
I love Sandra
But like
Bullock's,
Miss Congeniality was great. 28 days, 28 days, the movie where she's like recovering.
The zombies, yeah.
Mhm.
That's later. That's later.
Yeah, the movie where she's recovering from a zombie bite. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We all know that.
It's a wonderful rom-com. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. She's also been in bad movies in the latter part of her career, but like she knows how to be a great actress too. So I feel like that really worked. Believable.
Yeah,
It holds up.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it like helped her. I mean, it obviously helped her career a lot, and she really popped in this. But yeah, like what I guess this is about that time. Oh yeah, after he kills Spartan. No, sorry. Spartan kills Phoenix. The police fear that the loss of Cocteau and the crypto prison will end society as they know it. But Spartan suggests that the scraps cooperate to combine the best aspects of order and personal freedom. He says, if you get a little dirtier and then you guys get a little cleaner, everybody be great. It's gonna be great. Everybody's be great. I think that's exactly what
maybe you can meet somewhere in the middle. Kumbaya.
Which is a nice, I guess, a little way of, I guess, not taking any like serious stance either way, because there's a lot. Again, there's a lot of political, shit that they kind of bring up, but just like, things could be better. This is not what that movie is about. Let's just this is a fun.
Nothing matters. Nothing that matters. None of this matters.
Give me Sylvester Stallone doing a whole bunch of Dare commercials, and I feel like we would solve a lot of the youth's problems. I think like that's.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like the Sylvester Stallone Dare commercial would be like that scene in Waterboy.
Which one?
So my coach, he told me, he told me to just imagine.
When LT's there, and he's like, "That, my children, is why you don't do crack.
Don't do drugs." And all the kids just.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Well, guys, at the end of each of our episodes, we all vote to see if the movie that we just watched and reviewed holds up, and I guess we're gonna go around the horn, as it were.
That's right.
See which one? See if this movie holds up, is as good as we remember when we grew up. I guess we'll start with
Blake.
Jeff. Oh no,
Jeff.
Blake.
Blake. We're gonna start with Blake. Blake.
Are we sure about this?
The question is, Blake.
Uh-huh.
Does it hold? Oh.
I think this movie holds up as well as Taco Bell will hold up in this future, in the movie universe's future. Which also too, I wanted to bring that up because we hadn't brought it up, and probably it's a trivia point. I'll just bring it up. Like in European countries and any other country besides US, it was Pizza Hut. It was Pizza Hut. And it was because, it was all owned by Yum Brands food company, which owned KFC, Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. So I remember watching it on Hulu.
Wait a minute. When you say it was Pizza Hut, like in the movie, it wasn't Taco Bell.
I watched it on Hulu. I tripped out. I thought that I was Mandela affecting. This is the first time I believed in that.
That explains why that's Pizza Hut right there in the shots.
Yes.
Like there's Pizza Hut trucks.
So Taco Bell isn't as widely known outside of America as Pizza Hut, so that's why I chose Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Wow.
So I tripped out because I watched this on Hulu, and I was semi-drunk at the time, even though it was midday. And I remember being like, Pizza Hut? Like, no, what? What? No. And I remember like stopping the movie, like fast forwarding, rewinding. And I was like, no, this Mandela effect thing, that's not real. That's not real, Blake. You're remembering it's Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell. Like I remembered it being Taco Bell.
Blake's like checking his pulse and be like, do I smell toast?
Right. Am I freaking out? Why is Jerry Garcia playing in my head?
The Mandela effect is real,
and everything too.
But that is wild.
But so I went to go Google it, and then I was like, I'm not tripping. They just don't have the American version on Hulu. Okay. So then I watched it on HBO this week, and it's got Taco Bell, and the world is back to being balanced.
So Blake, I hate to interrupt your whether or not it holds up, but another fun international thing. In Kuwait, the name of the movie is Rambo the Destroyer.
Yeah,
What
I just found that out
the
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Another Rambo movie.
Since both Conan the Destroyer and Rambo First Blood were action-packed blockbusters from Hollywood in the mid-1980s, the distributor thought associating Stallone to Rambo in the title would sell more tickets due to the popularity of both films in the United Arab Emirates nation, despite the movie having nothing to do with Rambo or the Conan franchises.
That is
Absolutely.
incredible.
Thanks,
I love
IMDb.
when they do that.
But yeah, this movie holds up. Like it's a fun watch. There's again, it's like any action movie. You're like plot holes. Okay, name me an action movie that doesn't have plot holes. I'll wait. Right.
Right.
It's a fun '90s action movie with some comedy tidbits, and also it's not just guys like randomly punching each other, bro. If you want a movie with some martial arts, you get Wesley Snipes. You want a movie with a little bit of comedy, like those lines are in here. Of course, Rob Schneider being a little snarky, like shithead. You get a little bit of that. You get that '90s nostalgia in there too. And Dennis Leary being Dennis Leary. So this movie, absolutely, I give it 3 out of 3 seashells. It's great.
I guess Jeff, the question lies over. It goes over to you. Bill, would you like to ask Jeff the titular question?
I mean, Jeff, the question is,
Does
it
hold
Oh.
All right. Before I give my answer, I'm going to point out I just got to the scene with Jack Black on the screen, and motherfucker, that guy used to be skinny. Two,
really?
Yeah, he looks like very trim. It's like he looks weird,
Couldn't catch
but
him.
trim. But when I was going through the IMDb trivia, I found one piece that I think you guys will find very interesting. In the novelization of this, Associate Bob, like random little blonde ploof,
Hair color, yeah.
was a eunuch because Cocteau had him castrated because he didn't want him to be too ambitious.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
So yeah, that guy was a fucking bad guy even before we find out about the Simon Phoenix and all that bullshit.
Yeah, that should have been. That would have been. They should have kept that because then it would have actually been a reason for that character to have been around.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah.
Do we want to, by the way, 3 out of 3 seashells, Mr. Blake, do we want to explain to the audience, in case they're unaware, of how the 3 seashells work?
No, absolutely. You go ahead and
There's
do
some
that right
debate.
now.
Because there's some debate on how the three
Oh, no,
seashells
not
work.
anymore.
Well, I've heard conflicting things. It feels like Sandra Bullock
Still-
is
Let
Stallone
Jeff
has
give
said-
him. Let Jeff give his reasons.
Stallone has
you-
said you
yeah.
use the first 2 to pinch and pull out, which, by the way, it means that, like, evidently they're so lazy in the future, they can't just let their body push poop out. They have to grab it and yank it, and a third seashell's to scrape whatever's left.
Which I don't know
Right.
how that's a better
Future.
system than what we have now.
No,
I guess it is less paper. You don't use paper.
I guess.
That's gross.
Public bathrooms.
That's gross.
Blake,
Who's cleaning those seashells?
Are you? Are you pro seashell? Are you nay seashell? What do you land on
I'm
seashells?
doing the. I very much as rewatching it this week. I very much enjoyed the approach of just cussing until you get enough pieces of paper and being like, "That's about right. That's about right. That's about what I need."
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
The
the
best
same way.
part
I'm
is-
just gonna cuss until I get enough papers.
Well, the best part is Europe had bidets at the time. We had the more advanced option.
I don't want to waste the water. You just waste it. Also, are they reusing the shells? Where do you clean these shells? I have a lot of questions.
I have so many questions. There's so many questions.
Why shells?
You should have
yeah.
questions.
Oh.
So why shells? There
Go
is an
for it.
answer.
The writer.
The writer was trying to like think of like some random way to like futurize the bathroom, and he like reached out to a buddy who was also a writer like across town, and the guy was like evidently like looking around his bathroom. He's like, I don't know,
Some
got a
seashells
bag
and-
of seashells for decoration on the back of my toilet, and the writer was like, I can do something with that.
Enough said.
I
Yeah.
can do something with that.
Say less,
Work
fam.
with
All right, so now, but getting back to the question.
Mhm.
Does this hold up? I'm going to say this is not a good movie. This is a bad movie. And it 100% holds up. It is
It's
fantastic.
crazy.
It's just as good as the first was. It might be even funnier now. And it holds up because they don't take themselves too seriously. They make jokes about themselves, about Stallone, about Jackie Chan, about all of it. They make it into a joke, and that's what makes it great.
Also, I saw Jack Black just now. I see him.
Right? Kind of like skinny in the face, right?
He looks like he does in Mars Attacks.
That's true.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. Well, Mars Attacks. Yeah.
Oh my God, Mars Attacks. That'd be a good one to put on the list.
That's a great one.
Oh God.
I refuse to defend that because it is amazing. And
the creator of Mars Attacks would very much disagree with you.
Alex, I would have to ask you one question. Though. I have to ask you one question before we move on. My question is, does it?
Oh! Well, that is that's a very interesting question to ask. Yeah, like honestly, I was expecting to not enjoy this movie as much on this rewatch. I do love Sandra Bullock's but again, I was like saying, like I just don't remember Sly Stallone ever being like one of my faves. But I really liked him in this. He was actually had a really good performance. Wesley Snipes was also really great. Dennis Leary was also really, really good. But for me, it has like very like it's like no rewatchability. Like it kind of just reminds me of other movies that I like more from all of these actors. Even the music, I was just like, oh, is this the guy who did Batman Forever score? I kind of want to go watch.
Neil's not in this movie. You better stop. You better not. You better leave his name alone.
Batman Forever here is just a bunch of jingles.
Wait, what? Oh,
they all sing jingles.
The guy who wrote Oscar Mayer Wiener. Yeah, he did the theme for Batman Forever.
When he's singing the Jolly Green Giant at Taco Bell.
But yeah, like for whatever reason, for me, like called me a snob, but I like after this ended, I was like, that was fun. I don't see myself ever watching this again. I don't really feel like this holds up for me as a movie. It just makes me want to watch other movies. So for me, it doesn't hold up. But it sounds like I'm in the minority. But let's see when we ask our fourth and final panelists here. But Bill, you want to ask yourself the question? Is that how it works?
I mean, the question. What is the question, Alex?
The question is, does it?
Well, I hate to say this. But it does hold up. It does hold up. I'm going to tell you why I hate to say this. Because I hate like all the reasons that it holds up. It's like people still do the same things. Like action movies do the same things. Like you got to have the gun has to be like this when you walk into a room. Gun in shot. Now, even though you would really just.
Sorry, when you say gun, you mean Sylvester Stallone's arms? Or are you talking about the?
He means the gun and the gun.
The gun, both guns, baby. You gotta have the gun show going. Yes. Other thing, arm has to be in the shot. You gotta get the arm going. What did I do all those reps for if I don't get the arm going? Right? From Captain America, he's holding on to the helicopter. He's like,
right.
What did I do all that work for if I didn't do it to show off the gun show? So unfortunately, I mean this one really does hold up. I mean Wesley Snipes did his thing as far as martial arts, so it didn't lack in that where it could have. And Sylvester Stallone's boxing background helped a lot. So so he didn't look like a chump while he was fighting, but he pretty much gets his ass kicked most of the movie.
All the time.
But yeah, so unfortunately, Alex, this one holds up.
Yeah, I mean it's like the votes don't lie. It looks like this one definitely does hold up. But I'm not even sad because one, like we all have our own opinions. But two, I think this is the first time we have not had a unanimous decision where like, we don't all feel exactly the same about it. So, nostalgia.
Yeah, you know what,
Nostalgia
Alex?
doesn't rule all the time. I'm excited.
I'm going to tell you, you're wrong about one thing. This is not, no, there is no opinion. Once it's said here, this is like Supreme Court right here. This is Supreme Court justice of movies and television. And if we say that it's fucking right, then it's right. And if we say it's wrong, then it's wrong. If we say it's bad, then it's bad. If we say it's good, then it's good.
Right. It's democracy.
I forgot about that contract we signed in blood with the Academy of Arts and Sciences. So yeah, you this is why you're here, man. You're here to remind me.
Alex, this is how I would argue it holds up. In one sentence.
Yeah.
Imagine how excited you are if a friend, or better, like a girlfriend, is like, "Oh, I've never seen Demolition Man," and think about how excited you are to watch it with someone for their first time watching. That's why it holds up.
Enough said.
It's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Although for me, for whatever reason, it didn't reach that so bad it's good, or like it's so ridiculous it's good for me. It's just like,
yeah, it totally hit the U-turn for me, buddy.
No, which like it's fair. Like, and for me, I'll be like it's like, you've never seen Demolition Man? They'd be like, no. I'll be like, you want to watch Blade though? Because Blade's like that's a good time.
Blade will not be featured on this series of this show. Blade will not be asked the question, does it hold up? Because it does, damn it.
It does hold up.
It does indeed. But guys, before we get out of here, like, are there any last thoughts, like final thoughts about the movie that you had, Blake? Any final thoughts on Demolition Man?
Yeah, it was just it was a ton of fun to revisit it and then like nerd out about it in all these different ways. Because then I'll be honest, man, even non-enjoyable movies like Double Dragon, it makes it so much fun to dig into like the making and like all the little like things that go on in it. And I'm like, it doesn't. Man, I really wanted to make me enjoy it even more. But for a movie like that just doesn't work. It doesn't always work that way. But for this movie, it does. And yeah, I don't know. My inner child is just very happy to like know all these things now that I know, and to see that like older me is still like, yeah, I'd watch it again. It's pretty good. So yeah, I was happy to I'm just very happy that I got a chance to be able to revisit this with all y'all. So,
Jeff, what about you?
The only final thought I have is, how stupid is Cocteau to not put the "you can't kill me" into all the other bad guys he brings back?
Right.
Come on, fucking man. Idiot.
Come on.
I don't know if that's arrogance or stupidity, but either way, later.
Yeah,
it's definitely a cocktail of the two.
A cocktail of the two.
What a cocktail!
Okay.
Yeah, he clearly clearly there are not a lot of criminals in this time because he is bad at crime. But Bill, what about you? Any final thoughts on the movie?
No, I don't have any final thoughts. That's basically it. I mean, it's a good movie. Watch it with your parents. Watch it with your friends. Watch it with your girlfriend. Ask for a sloppy toppy while you watch this movie. It's a good show. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
But yeah, guys, Blake, Jeff, I'll let you go first, Blake. Where can the people find you on the social medias before we get out of here?
Yeah, you can find me, Money Blake, whether Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. You could also find I have two podcasts. We always find me every week at 9 Nerd Yards. And yeah, we're currently breaking down Dave season 3. And we're in the middle of deciding what other show we should be breaking down. So if anybody has any suggestions, just feel free to comment on any one of our videos, what you'd like to see us break down. And then I also have another podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor, where it's all about, relationships and healing all that inner childhood wounds. So that way you can watch movies like Demolition Man and then enjoy it even more. So yeah, you can find that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or on your favorite podcast platform, anywhere podcasts are. That's where the show is. So Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all those good places. So look forward to yeah, hearing from all of y'all, and hopefully, yeah, I'm excited for whatever next movie y'all do that I get to hop back on with, because I always have a good time with y'all.
Excited to have you back. Always,
Yeah.
man. You guys have an open door policy here.
Yeah, you guys are brother Banters over here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
Is it like brother, or is that brother? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, brother with an A.
Just gonna throw out there, the white guy didn't ask that. Want to make sure that's noted. Put it in the minutes.
Jeff, where can the people find you and at you about like that comment that you just made about the brother?
So, for starters, you can always try Skyping me at Don Cheadle's driveway at littledicky2.com. It's because of the hackers.
The hackers.
Because of hackers. Then you can try and find me on Facebook, Jeff Madel. You can try and find me on Instagram at MadelJeff. I've been told I have a Twitter. I don't know what it is. Go out and try and find my Twitter handle. Or you can always find me hanging out with 9 Nerd Yards weekly and Drunk Banthas occasionally.
Yeah, guys, you should definitely check out 9 Nerd Yards. It's an awesome YouTube channel.
Check them out.
They got a lot of nerdy shit going on over there. If you like our channel, you will love their channel. It's honestly incredible. And they'll be linked. If you guys don't even remember all those things that they just said, you're trying to go back, write it down, relax.
Check them out.
It's all going to be in the video. It's all going to be in the video description, so you guys can check it out down there. But guys, it's about that time. Thanks for watching. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Spotify, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little maniacs. May the force be with you.